I don't know if anybody, I don't think anybody's here quite yet. Bear with me. I am running a little bit late here. A bit late. And let me mute that. We don't need to hear me more than once. And bear with me, guys. Like I said, I'm running a little late. I don't think anyone's here yet, so I have to get some stuff put together here. Of course, you're looking at the top of my head. I don't know if you want to see the top of my head. Bring that back a little bit. Let's see. Hello, Carol. Carol, I got your birthday card showed up either today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Mia! Long time no talk. Let's see. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. It would have been nice if I was able to what do you call it? Schedule all this stuff and have it all done ahead of time. No, I don't want that. I saw Deborah. I didn't quite see what you said. I'm in the process of getting everything put together here. I'm running a little late. I had everything done well in advance, and it's one of those things where you see what time it is. Oh, I'm good. And next thing you know, it's time, and it's like, wow, where'd the time go? Okay. So oh shoot, I can't do it on here. Hold on. Hold on. I have to do it through this way. So bear with me here while I get this put together and get like our wheel of names and all that. Let me get that going so at least as people come on they can add their name to that. All right, so I got that. And then wheel of names. Close that. YouTube. Hello, Tracy, Froggy. I'm just seeing what's popping up in the phone. I can't actually see the live chat at the moment. Well, I can kind of now, but all right. Content. This. And change this. Almost there. No. No. want that. Want that. And we want that. Save it. Okay. This. I want almost there. You have to look for things. Right. Next post. I'll be right with you guys. I'm almost there. Okay. Okay. I think I'm there. Okay, so that is there. I think I'm good here. And let's change this to live. So let me go grab something. Let's see who's here in the chat. So we got Carol Weston and Mia and Deborah and Tracy, Froggy, Terry, and at some point Yvonne will probably pop on. She was gonna come over this weekend, but today she let me know that yesterday she actually worked until 7. They were doing a project, and today she was thinking she's probably going to be working the same amount of time because there was catch-up stuff to do. So she'll probably jump on after she's done and probably after dinner. I don't know. We'll see. So, it seems like the mail is, I guess maybe they're doing better. Because I got Carol. So there's a whole lot of birthday cards that have come in this week. Went to the mailbox today and grabbed the few that were in there. And yeah, don't mind me. I'm actually putting lotion on my hands because you don't want to see my really dry hands. Oh, I got a nice bruise on top of my hand. Ooh, October. Yeah, well, it's what's interesting that I came across it earlier today that I actually have two birthday cards from one person that's from part of that Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. So the birthday card that she went to send me for last year, um, she sent it, she mailed it, on time, and I'm trying to think. I don't think it was Canada. I don't think she was in Canada, but yeah, months later the card came back to her and then she resent that one out, and I think I got that about a month or so ago, and then or 2 months ago. And then the card for this year showed up this week. So there's actually two cards to show you. All right. So with that, lotion is all in my hands. It's not all greasy now. So, oh, I know what I forgot to do. Ha ha ha. I guess you guys want the link, right? To uh to add to the spreadsheet. See, this is what happens when when you're kind of like running late and you're rushing, and there's always something that you end up forgetting. Okay, now it's there. Why is this fan going? All right. So the link is there. Froggy's already on it. Or is that Terry doing that? So guys, if I don't know if you had noticed or not, I think was it last night or the night before, I had resent that list with all the addresses and the birthdays and all that. I don't know why. I meant to have Andrea on there, and I sent it without her on the list. So I resent it to include her. Oh, then it's got to be Terry. Terry's got to be the one doing it. Thank you, Terry. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So today, just another day. Let me do one thing. So the bathroom is not done. Actually, last Friday, the guy came. He did stuff. He was going to come back. I don't know. I don't know if it was because of the weather, because we were having rain earlier in the week, or is he no longer working here? I will tell you that in that leasing office, there is like a huge turnover. My lease was actually up at the end of January, new one starting in February. Yeah, so while I was live last Friday, it's a good thing that I get email notifications on my phone, because after we were done and I did what I had to do and I put my phone back on, I took the do not disturb off of it. Uh, yeah, I noticed I had two emails from the leasing office. They came through at 20 to 9 on Friday night. One of them was the actual lease document for me to sign. The other one, which was very confusing to me, it said I had until March 2nd to get it signed. But according to the lease, it was effective for 2/1. And it said there was something mentioned that if I didn't have this done in time, so February, if I didn't get this signed by before February 1st, not only was I going to have the rent, which went up like $84 more, but they were going to tack on another $300 for it not being done in time. So we basically, okay, so I just saw a notification that Sharon probably will be here soon because I just saw that she liked my one of the, I think the video that I did yesterday or for yesterday. But anyway, yeah. I mean, we got done with this. We went, Yvonne and myself, we had dinner and all that. And after dinner, I was making sure that I got that done before midnight. I just don't understand. I don't get it. And when I found out that this property manager, that she's been there since October, why did you wait until what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours before the end of January to go and send it? What were you doing during the daytime? Yeah. Well, what the $300 is that that's how much more the rent would be if you were doing either like a 12-month or a month-to-month. So originally, the when I looked at it, I was going to do 12 months. And when I saw that 12 months was going to increase the rent by $304, I thought, what? I'm not, well, I can't repeat what I really said, but when I said something to them, they were like, well, yeah, that's the market value of the apartment for that time. And I'm like, okay, the end of January is when the lease is up, and I'm asking her this stuff in October. I'm like, but the thing is, if you do month to month, whatever that rent amount is, they tack that on. That's their way of getting you to sign those documents on time. I would definitely sign them on time. Just don't go sending them to me, before the lease is up. A couple of hours or a few hours before the lease is up. That's just wrong. I mean, the base rent is $12.79. When you tack on, like the valet garbage, which I can't get out of paying that, and yet I never leave my garbage outside my door because I think that's nasty and disgusting, and I physically take mine to the dumpster. I mean, then there's the what is it, community maintenance fee, and then you got the water. So basically my rent was over $1,300, and that's insane considering that when I moved in here it was $10.95, or maybe it was 11 something with the other stuff added to it. So right now I'm here at least for 18 months, so the end of July of 2026. Summertime is the most wonderful time to move, especially when you live in the South. Nope. Yeah, that's what I figured. I told them, Yvonne, that you were working late, but then you were probably going to be having dinner too. So, hello, Sharon. I saw that you commented. I think it was the video that I posted yesterday morning, the other Valentine one. So with that, I mean, not a whole lot. Been working, and I got the projects for tonight. Actually, I got this done on Wednesday, which I was pretty stoked that I got them done. I got this done early. My Thursday video, that got done early and scheduled, so I was happy on that aspect, that I got things done in a timely manner and not, minutes before I go live. But anyway, I am going to now flip this. There's a few things that I want to show you, a few things to talk about, and then we're going to get into the projects. And then at the very end, if you want to stick around, I know some of you wanted to see the birthday cards that I have gotten in the mail. So there is quite a few. I want to say there's probably double the amount than what I showed you last Friday that have shown up this week. So I will show those. And also, I got the link now pinned up to the top of the chat box. If you would like to be in the drawing for tonight's cards, if you're new here, what I do at the very end, there's a link in the top of the that's pinned to the top of the chat box. I can't talk when this thing is going live. If you click on that link, it takes you to a Google spreadsheet. If you have issues accessing it, just say something in the chat box and we'll get you added. What I do is I take those names, I add it to my wheel of names, and then I bring in my laptop so you can see the screen, and I choose 3 people for the cards that I made. Now, depending on how many people are participating in it, it all depends. Sometimes I get generous and I give away even the sample cards that I made, so all 6 of them. So with that, I am going to flip this and move these lights out of my way and hold on. And of course, I got to get this all situated. And you're looking at the ceiling. No one wants to look at the ceiling. We'll bring this down some, make sure we're even. That's all the stuff to talk about. And let me see. Ow. I'll get everything lined up. So today is Valentine's Day. So the projects that we'll be making are definitely Valentine themed. And this is using, I'll show it in a moment. It's a whole suite of product. For some reason now Stampin' Up! Isn't taking this mini catalog that we have, there's maybe a stamp and punch bundle in there that references Valentine, but they don't have the sweets in there like they did in the past. Now what they do is they bring it out as an online exclusive, so they're kind of getting it out there early so people can do their holiday crafting sooner. And I think if when I looked at this the other day, the I think it's the what is that called? The gold twisted thread and those heart sequins, that those are on back order, but they are what do you call it? They are coming in. Okay. So speaking of Valentine's, so last week, last Saturday, one of the things that I do every year since I've lived here, so this is basically, well, pretty much since 2013. The church that I attend, what they do is they do Valentine's for women and children that are in a women's shelter, and then there's also like teens or kids at a children's home that, what they do is they collect Valentine gifts. So you can do like candy, you can do like little stuffed animals, just like little gifts and all that. And what they do is they distribute all of this amongst, all of those people. So one of the things I do now, yes, this is a paper pumpkin box. This is actually from November 2017, but I needed a box for cards, and this was perfect because it was the black and white buffalo check. And then what I do on the inside, I just print out a little thing. And what I've had in this box, now you see there's some cards here. These are the cards that I made I think it was a couple of Thursday, about maybe 2 weeks ago on a Thursday that I did these. So over the years, I have had a bunch of Valentine cards in here with envelopes. And so one of the things that they had mentioned, even doing something like getting a card and just writing something a little inspirational in it for them. I decided, well, I got these cards, so why not supply the cards? And they can take one, they can write what they want in it because there's nothing in them at all. I just add an envelope to it. And I will say that over the past few years, there was always leftover cards. This year, they all went. So now I have to restock the box with some more cards for next year. So I do this. Now, I can't show the actual thing because I brought it to church and you won't be able to see it, but this is what I typically do. So I have the Valentine treat packaging, and then I'll buy some like candy and things like that to fill in there. And I also make little cards. So the little cards, I don't know if you remember this from a few years ago. We had these, um, what were these called? These are like mini note cards and envelopes, but I think they were slim. Hold on. Um, yeah, these were the Whisper White narrow note cards and envelopes. So you had these long cards and you have the little envelopes in here, and there's 20 in them. So what I basically did is I took one package of these. Yeah, I bought quite a bit of these before they went bye-bye. And so a whole package of 20, I created these cards, and these use the products that I'm using tonight. So I made these cute little Valentine cards, and inside of it, I stamped Happy Valentine's Day and I signed them. And then those little envelopes went into these little treat bags. So I got those done early enough on Saturday. So then Sunday, I brought them up there. And then also that Sunday before going to church, dropped off all those cards for everybody and uh, a few other cards as well that I'll talk a little bit about. Um, One thing that I want to mention. So for those of you on here, if if you pray, may I ask that you please pray for this sweet girl right here. This is Stephanie. I don't know if Mia's still on here or not. We all work together. This picture was taken back in December 2019 when our company had our Christmas party at the guest house at Graceland. And this was the next morning, and she had never been to Graceland, and so we went together on that. But she is she's not just a coworker, she's a sister. And was it last week? It was early in February. It was, I think, maybe the 2nd of February. She lost her mom. And tomorrow is her mom's funeral. I'm hoping the weather's going to hold up, because I definitely want to go. I want to be there for her. But I know that she's going through a hard time right now. So if you pray, please pray for her, because I know that, she lost her brother uh back in October 2023, and now she's lost her mom, and her birthday is next week. It's on the 20th. So, you know, extra prayers, they're just really appreciated. So, again, that's Stephanie. So I just wanted to put that out there because my heart's breaking for her right now. And hold on, I don't have this plugged in. I want to make sure that my phone's not going to die on me here. Okay, and I just realized it wasn't plugged in. Okay, so with that, oh, and here I'm going to do this because her name, Stephanie, that's how her name is spelt. So we always say she's got fine in her name. But yeah, but she's got, to me, she's got a fun middle name. Her middle name is Penelope, and a lot of times I'll just call her Penelope. It's just a fun name. Yeah, she is. I mean, the two of us, we are so much alike. You would think we that we are sisters. We have the same things go through our minds, and yeah, that's a little scary, but yeah, where we work, it's just the two of us that do what we do. So, and she started back in June of 2016, and then I started in August, so 2 months after her. And then we just realized that, we just have so much, yep, so much in common. Yeah, and speaking of that, Tracy said sisters from another mother. Well, yeah, there's something that pertains to my mom that I'm going to show you at the end when I show you all the cards that I got. So, really quickly to go through this, there's really not a whole lot new that's come out. We still have the last chance products and things were added. One of those things being the special release designer series paper. I really didn't take a look at in the online store to see if any of this is gone because these papers, they were actually marked down. And then there's things in there from the kids collection. There's things that what else? I think, were there a couple of paper pumpkin related items that I think may have been added, or maybe not, maybe it was from the last time. But Stampin' Up! Has said, I think every 2 months they're going to be adding stuff to the last chance products. And it's not going to be like it was before, where they come out with this list when it's specific to a catalog that's retiring. So there's more stuff out there. There is a link that will, in the description, that will take you to where all the last chance products are. If you see something that says last chance and it says currently unavailable, know that that means they got more of that product coming in. So evidently they did order some stuff and that's coming in. And then once that's sold out, it's then gone for good. So if you see that, you still have a chance to get it if it was something that you wanted. Otherwise, if you don't see it and do a search for it and it doesn't come up, then that means that it's gone for good. Um, Now we got a new subscription period for a new paper pumpkin kit for the month of March. This is the Daisy Daydream kit. This does, what is it, 9 cards in it. I will be, well, the paper pumpkin kit for this month hasn't arrived yet. So when I go to do that video, then I'll talk more about upcoming kits and everything like that. And then there's also the add-on dies, Spring is in the Air. These dies coordinate with the January, February, and March kit. Uh, you don't need them to do the projects. They're just some if you want to do alternative projects. The item number for these is 166237. Here in the US, they are $12. And speaking of, these add-on dies, Stampin' Up! Did these last year. And one of the cards that, well, actually the first card that I'll be making tonight, I'll be using one of those dies from that set of dies from then. And when I put the projects together, those dies, they were still available in the online store. Now, the thing is, with these add-on dies, you do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to get them. And as of like right now, Paper Pumpkin is only available in North America, so only to those that are in the US and in Canada. Let's see what else. Then the publications that we currently have, there's the January scrapbooking brochure that this is not in printed form, but I printed it out. I have a link that will take you to the section in the online store that'll have all of the stuff that's in here. One of the things that I do want to get, that I definitely want to do a video on, is this, what is this one called? Meant to Be. So this kind of goes along with that Be Mine Valentine bundle that's currently in the annual catalog, and the paper is very well, actually the paper looks like it's the same patterns. They just changed up some of the coloring on it. So I'm even though, yeah, well, it's not really Valentine, so it's got hearts on it, but I'll still use it. So there's a few things in here that I do like, that I would like to kind of incorporate it into, into cards. So there's that. And then of course there's the current mini catalog, and there's the celebration brochure. Now this brochure goes until the end of February. And okay, Diane, thank you for popping on. Um, so celebration, uh, most of you here probably know what celebration is all about. Here in the US, for every $60 or $120 that you spend, you get to choose a free item out of this brochure. Plus, there have been some extra items that have been added on. I believe the online store, in the online store, it does show what these new items are. Now, some of these items are items that are in the new catalog and the annual catalog, but they do have different item numbers to them. And so I guess they had taken so many of those items and they set it aside for celebration. So after the 28th of February, then those numbers will go away, and they'll, you'll have, if you want them, you'll have to pay for them at that point. So let me move all of this stuff, and let me show you what we will be using. So this is the Marbled Elegance suite. So it has the Hearts of Elegance bundle. So you have the photopolymer stamp set, and then you have this set of dies that you have some hearts here, and then there's a couple of images here that will die cut the stamped images. Also in this is the adhesive backed heart sequins. These were on back order. They are coming back. I just don't have it open to see when that's going to be, but these are coming back. There's also the gold twisted thread. This too is currently on back order, and I will tell you, I will just, if anybody, I don't know if anybody here has this or not, but when I got this, my twine was literally like from one end of this tube to the other. And yeah, I went to cut off a piece, and of course some of this kind of came off. Yeah, I basically, all this was off of the tube, and it was a big tangled mess. And it was not fun. It took me a while to get it untangled and untwisted and unkinked. And now I have a piece of tape on there just to hold it so it doesn't end up all over the place. So there's that gold thread. Uh, Another thing that's part of the suite, but we're not going to be using it in the projects tonight. There is the gift bags combo pack. So there are 16 little bags in here. So you have some that are, so there's what, 6 of them that are 4.5 by 5, um, 4.5 by 5.7, and then another 8 that are 3.35 by 3.7 inches. So yeah, two different size little gift bags. So that's part of the suite. And one more item is the designer series paper. What is this one called? This is called Marble Elegance. And it's just a lot of what looks like that paint pouring technique. And then they got some splashes of the gold on there. Colors in here are Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Gold. One of the other things that I'm also going to be using, now this isn't part of the suite, is the gold foil. Let me get that out of the way because I know the lights are glaring off of that. And so, yeah, that's everything that's part of that suite. One thing that I will make mention, I do have a PDF of all the projects that I am making tonight. So right here where it says Friday Night Live with the date, this will actually have embedded in this link, the link that will bring you back to this video. So if you want to recreate the projects, you have the list of all the supplies that I used. There's pictures, there's dimensions of all the paper pieces. Whatever I stamp, like on, say, for example, like a scrap piece of white, I let you know what colors and stuff I used on that. And if I embossed anything, I let you know what that is. And so this will be available. I'm probably going to do this this evening after we're done with the live. I'm going to embed the link to this video into this, and then I'm going to convert this over to a PDF, and then I will load it to the Google Drive. If you look in the description, there's a paragraph just before the list of supplies. That's where the link will be to take you to the Google, not the spreadsheet, but the Google Drive, to where you can find all the stuff that I've done from my past videos. Everything is dated, and then there's the name of the bundle or the suite, or the individual stamp set of what I use. So that will be available not long after we are done here tonight. So with that, let me pull in all the pieces for our first card. Now, since this is a photopolymer stamp set, pieces I have die cut, but I can stamp it, whereas before with red rubber stamps, it's a little bit hard to, because, I'm not going to do it straight when I go to stamp it. And of course, I'm one of those that I want my greetings to be straight. That's just how I am. So we'll be able to do some stamping. Now, things like this, where I had to die cut it, I wanted to save time on not die cutting it while we're live. So I did that in advance. So for my card base, we have Melon Mambo 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I have a piece of basic white. This measures 5.25 by 4. From that Marbled Elegance Specialty Designer Series paper, there's 2 pieces. These measure 5 by 2. So this is actually the same pattern of paper. It's just the flip side. You could see. So we got 2 of those. And then out of the basic white, one of the heart dies from that set of dies, I had die cut that ahead of time. Again, this is out of scrap basic white. This heart here was stamped with Melon Mambo, but I stamped it off first. And then these two flowers, these were stamped in Melon Mambo full strength. Uh, there's two different sets of leaves in the stamp set. This one here, there's one that has like the triple leaves on here, and then you have this one. So I stamped two of these in Granny Apple Green and die cut those out. And then out of the gold foil, I used the adhesive sheets on the back of it, and I die cut this love word. Now this comes from, like I was mentioning about those dies with the paper pumpkin. This was the set of dies that coordinated with the January, February, and March 2024 kit. The other day when when I worked on these, I did check the online store, and these are still available. Again, you would need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to get them. So one of them was the word love. So again, adhesive sheet on the back, die cut that out. And I think we're good. Let's get the card put together now. So I'm going to fold and burnish this card base. Oh. Okay, and then this piece of basic white, I'm going to bring in my glue, and I'm going to glue this down. Okay, we'll just center that like so. All right, and then with the designer series paper, so these are pieces are going to lay on top like so. But what I want to do is on the inner part of this, I want to tear towards me just a little, just, no, hold on a second. Why did my phone just bing? Hold on a second, guys. I thought I put this thing on Do Not Disturb. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it while I'm on here. Oh, yes, I can. Yes. Turn it on. Okay, we're still here? Yes, we're still live. I didn't kick us off. Now, I swear I thought I put that on before I went live. I'm not supposed to be hearing a ding come through my phone. Okay, so I want to do the inner side of this piece and then the inner side of this piece as well. And I'm not tearing it straight. I want there to be some jagged edges on this. Okay. And then I'm going to take my glue, add some glue on the back. Okay, and then I'm going to add this, and I want to try and have like an even amount around this piece here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this other piece. And again, this is from the same sheet of paper. I just cut it 2 inches wide, and then I cut that in half to 5 inches. All right. And then we're going to place this right here. Okay. Then on this heart here, I'm going to stamp my greeting if I can get it picked up. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I want the greeting that says, "Be mine." I think I want a bigger block. Okay, and then I want, for my ink, I'm going to use Melon Mambo. Okay, ink this up. Now on this heart, I'm not stamping it right in the center. I want to go down as far as I can on this. So I'm going to come down. You can see where the mine's going to go from one end to the other. So this isn't really, I mean, it's the middle, but it's down as far as I can go with the whole word on there, because these other pieces I'm going to put on, they're actually going to be over on the top of this heart. So let me close this up. And we'll move this. Let's bring this in. And bring in my glue. Okay, and then this is going to go on my card straight. And I'm going to put this right here. Hopefully that's straight. Yep. Okay, and then one of these flowers. Add some glue to the back. And I'm going to place this right here. And then my other one, if I can get it picked up. Then this one is going to go right over here. And then I'm going to take these leaves and I'm going to put these down first because I want to tuck that behind. Lift this up before I completely press that down. So stick that down right there. So glue on this one. And this one will go back over here. And then on this heart, I'm going to put some dimensionals on that. Is everything still working good? I mean, I can see that I'm still live, but I haven't seen anything in the chat. So is everything working okay? Everybody just like focused on what I'm doing. Okay, so this heart is going to go right there. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take off this paper backing from the adhesive sheet. Okay. And then this is going to go, let's see, we're going to put that, let's see, right. Set down right there. And then I'm going to bring in this gold thread. And again, I had to put tape on this because I don't want this to unravel on me again, because, yeah, it wasn't fun getting this back on here. So I'm going to take this, tape this down, get my scissors. That's what it is. That's what I figured it was, Froggy. Everybody's watching intently. All right. So I'm going to do two-stranded bow with this. We don't need it too big. All right, and then I'm going to trim I'll do this over my garbage. So all those little tiny threads will end up in the bag and not all over the place. And then I'll get my glue dots. I'm almost done with this roll. And let's see. Take that, and we're going to put that right on the L there. And then we're going to bring in those gold heart sequins. I hear you, Carol. You know, I mean, I'll be honest with you. That mini catalog, the only thing I have in that catalog is that Storybook Moments suite that I did the 2 back-to-back lives on. I mean, yeah, when everything has kind of gone up, except for my paycheck, yeah, I guess you have to, you have to pay rent, and you have to, make your car payment, and, all that stuff. Yeah. So there's 3 different sizes of these hearts. So I'm going to add one of the larger ones there, one of these medium ones here, and then one of the tiny ones. That one I will put right up there. Okay, now this card, I found this out on Pinterest. This was my case of a card that a fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrator had done, Jennifer Cotton. I think, what was the difference? Oh, she had used the hexagon punch for her greeting, and I decided to use one of the heart dies. I think she used the Be Mine too, but again, she just used the different punch, and I used the heart. So there is our first card. So let me, Andrea's here. Oh, Andrea, you missed it. I gotta mention this. Gotta mention this. Andrea, pray for Stephanie if you could. Tomorrow is her mom's funeral. Thank you. Andrea and Stephanie have actually spoke through, well, through my phone, through the car when we were on a when we were going to an on-stage event, but they never got the opportunity to meet in person, not yet. I'm determined this year that those two are going to meet. Every time they were going to meet, something came up and it didn't happen. So, yeah, tomorrow here, now this is what I kind of hate. Tomorrow here, we're supposed to be getting severe weather, so a lot of rain, and then we're supposed to be getting like severe thunderstorms, but I think those are happening like later in the afternoon. And so this is probably gonna be from like 10, and I'm guessing maybe about 12. And of course for me, I gotta travel just a little bit, not too far, but if there's a lot of rain and all that, I have to yes, it will be, yes, you two will be meeting this year. Even if I have to go to somebody's house or apartment, go get them and bring them to the other. And the thing is that the two of them don't live far from each other. They're practically right up the street from each other. Okay, so this card, I this is another one I found on Pinterest. This card was done by another fellow demonstrator, Don Olcheski, and I changed it up a little bit. Again, she had used, she just cut a strip of cardstock for her greeting, and I die cut. This is from the Nested Essentials dies, so I use this instead of just cutting a straight piece. But other than that, the card is pretty much the same. So for my card base, what I did is it's a piece of real red. It was cut just like the all the other cards, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then to die cut this, the largest heart in this set of dies, what I did was uh, where the fold is up at the top, I just lined this up just a hair above. So you don't want to put it right in the middle of it. You're gonna just cut out two big hearts, but there is a little bit of that fold that's right there. So we're going to be doing a heart-shaped card, and this card will also fit in a regular, was that an A, is that an A2 or A4 sized envelope? So that's how I had done that. Then out of one of the other dies in there, I die cut a piece of that designer series paper, and then I also die cut it in a scrap of basic white. This is going, we're going to stamp our little greeting in this, and then we're going to put this on the inside of the card. Uh, Out of basic white, I had stamped two flowers. Now I inked up my stamp. I stamped off first. So I have one that's done in real red. The other one is Melon Mambo. And then I used the other set of leaves that are in this set. This was stamped in garden green, stamped off. So I did that ahead of time. And then again, I think this is the third largest die in this shape in the Nested Essentials. So it's the third largest. At least I think that's the third. It's either, yeah, I think it's the third. It's either the second or it's the third. Okay, so we're going to stamp our greetings first. So let me get my Stampin' Scrub here. Okay, clean this. All right. Yeah, I sprayed, so that thing is pretty wet. Okay, so I want my Happy Valentine's Day and the X's and O's. Okay, get blocks for these. And Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so for these, let's see. We are going to use, let me see. Hold on. Oh, really? Is that what I used? I don't think I used that. So this one, I'm actually going to bring in, well, no, we're just going to use the one red. One red. We're going to use Cherry Cobbler. I'm looking at my card and it's like, my thing says one thing and it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like that color. Okay, so the Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to ink this up. And I am going to stamp this over to, I got to bring this down some. I'm going to stamp this all the way over to the right hand side. This is not straight and I know I'm going to do it crooked. So I'm going to go all the way over to the right with this. Okay. Because we're going to be adding stuff over on that side. And then on the inside for this piece, I'm going to ink up the X's and O's. And I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. Okay, close that up. And I'm going to quickly clean these because Cherry Cobbler is definitely a color that stains this. You know what? Wait a minute. You know what? I got this backwards. No wonder my stamp was so wet because I was drying it on the wet side. You know what else? Well, Deborah well, I think Andrea would know this because I think Andrea's got it. That, what is it called? The one with the butterflies. That one I think is designed to where you can do it that way. I think you got to fold back to the card, but then the front of it you can die cut that butterfly. All right, so let's move that. And let's bring these pieces in. So I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to add some to the back of this heart. You know, I did the same thing, you know, this kind of concept here when I did the, what is that called? The country, is it the country birdhouses? Where I did that little birdhouse card. Okay, so this will go in the center like so. Now I didn't put any glue in this area here because these little, well, do I want to call it stitching or dots or whatever? I didn't want glue to ooze out of that. So I went inside of that. Okay, so then this other piece, the designer series paper, I'm going to add some glue to the back of this. And we're going to center this like so. Yeah, I haven't gotten that one yet. So, Andrea, the little embellishments that go with that butterfly suite, are they as pretty as what they look like online or in the catalog? Because I think those look really, really cute. All right, so then I'm going to take my greeting piece here and my dimensionals. Now on here, this is going to extend off of it a little bit. So I want to be mindful as to where I'm putting my dimensional. I don't want it to hang off. So I want to make sure that I actually have it on the card on both ends. Oh, like that. Okay. And then let's add a few more because I don't want this to be all saggy. It's weird. I guess I don't know if it's like a shadow, but I thought that was black and blue. I know that's a black and blue. I got this bad habit, like if I go in or out, with the bathroom, I tend to like knock my hand on the handle of the door. I got to stop doing that to myself. Okay. So then this is going to go on here like so. Okay, and then I'm looking at my little sample card over here. I'm going to take the stamped off red flower, and I'm going to place that. Let's see, we'll put that over here. Of course, I put glue all on the top there, but it's kind of popped up. So what I can do with that, let's see if I can do this. Yep, I could do that. That way we know it's going to stay down. All right, then one of these leaves, I'm going to add a little bit of glue towards the bottom here. And I'm going to tuck that underneath like so. And then this flower here, this is going to be popped up. Let me see. One of the things I want to do is I want to add a bow. So, Andrea, this was the card that I was doing. Remember when I talked to you and this whole thing like kind of came undone? This was the card that I was doing. So I'm just going to make a single stranded bow. And let's get my scissors. Cut that. Do a bow. So this one I want the loops to be a little bit bigger. So we're going to lay that down like so, but let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, glue dots. And we'll stick this down right in here. I want to make sure that I got it where I want it. Put it down just a little bit, like so. And then I want some dimensionals. Put that right there. Actually, no, let's move that down a little bit. Trying to not cover up that Valentine. Okay, I think that one should be good. Stick that on there like so. And we can pull this out just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to trim these. And then our other leaf. And some glue the back of this. And we'll tuck this under like so. And press that down. All right, and then we just have a little bit of embellishing to do. So let's get our hearts, close up our glue, and take your pick tool. Let's see, what were you saying? Made what he calls pinto beans and cornbread. Put pinto beans over the cornbread with cheese, onions, tomatoes, cilantro, garlic, salsa. So good. This is the second cardamom. Yeah, that was the first one. Okay, so our sequined hearts, we're going to put large one up there and one of our medium ones I'm going to put up here, and then one of our tiny ones is going to go right here. Okay, there is our second card. Now, if you want this to stand up, you can put it on its side like so. Or like I took the picture, I actually put this in like one of those clear plastic easels. But there is our second card. Now, I did not use Wink of Stella over these the images that I had stamped, because I know the Wink of Stella is going to pull that color, and so you won't see the white. You would just have all that color. But we are using the Wink of Stella, quite a bit of Wink of Stella on our final project. So let me move this out of the way and get everything that we need here. Now this card, the inspiration of this card, if you look in the online store under, I believe it's under, if you do a search for Marbled Elegance and you see the bundle, there is a sample card that they did. Now, I changed it up, like the colors that I'm using, I changed it up. And the inspiration on these colors actually comes from a pack of glimmer paper that I think is an online exclusive item. It's fairly new. And I really like so it was a sample card actually that I saw on split coat stampers, and she had used this, I think it's ombre glimmer paper, that evidently we just got it not too long ago, and she had die cut hearts out of this paper. And so I looked at what colors were in that paper, and based off of that, I then used those cardstock colors. So for this one, I have a piece of basic white thick that measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I have a piece of basic white. This measures 5 by 3, and ahead of time, I embossed it using the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. I also, out of a piece of basic white, I die cut this label. This is out of the Stylish Shapes dies. I think I end up using these dies in every video. I mean, that's what it feels like. So I'm going to stamp my greeting on that. And then out of scrap pieces of cardstock, I die cut this heart. So this heart has all these dotted leaves that are on it. So this color is Petal Pink, Bubble Bath, Petunia Pop, Fresh Freesia, whoops, and Highland Heather. So not so much the Petunia Pop, but these are the colors that are in that glimmer paper. And then there's another pattern that looks like it's got like greens and blues, and then there's another one that has like yellow in it. So interesting looking paper, and definitely want to get that. Now, the sample that they have with this bundle, the card base and this piece here, it looks like it was basic beige. On this piece, what they did was they stamped off randomly the X's and O's in the same in the same color. And then the hearts they used, it looked like it was Cajun Craze. Maybe it was Petal Pink, or maybe it was Calypso Coral, Wild Wheat, um, Pretty Peacock, and maybe Pool Party. So it was I mean, it wasn't as bright and pastel-y as this. So let us start with folding and burnishing our card base. Okay, then I want my glue. Whoops, don't want to drop it. And then we're going to center this. So there's going to be more space on the top and bottom, and a little less left to right. Make sure I got that straight. Okay, then on my greeting, I'm going to stamp that in basic gray. So let me get my Pierce mat, and I want the greeting that says sending lots of love. Where is it? This one right here. Okay, ink that up. I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. Okay, set that aside. All right, and we'll move that out of the way. Okay, so I want to take, let's see, my Petal Pink heart, and I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this. Okay, so I'm working from the outer edges in on this. So I'm going to take this heart. Come on, get off there. There's like a little itty bitty tiny red paper. I don't know if I want to say call it fuzz, but just a little piece. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of come over here and have it angled. And then I'm going to take my Highland Heather one. And I'm going to put this over on this side. Like so. Now before I put my next layers down, I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella. And we're going to glitter these all up. Now another way you can do this too, I don't know, well maybe everybody here has it, I don't know. At one point in time, Stampin' Up! Sold that, what was it, that shimmer paint, and you can add like maybe like one big drop of that in one of our spritzers, and then you can add some rubbing alcohol to that, and then you can spray these, and you'll get like the same effect. Plus it'll also go a lot quicker too than using your Wink of Stella brush. Whoops. So make sure I get these edges that are going to show. And then of course if you got like glimmer paper that's in these colors, you can die cut them as well. Okay. And then my next layers are going to be the Bubble Bath and the Fresh Freesia. And for this one, you get, so this is going to lay right over on the top here. So I'm going to take my dimensions, I'm going to add one here, and then I'll add one on the very bottom, and I think I'll probably be able to fit another one in behind here. Let's see. I think right down here should be good. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue up on the top part here. I don't want to go crazy because I don't want the glue to come out of those little dots. And I'm going to place this in this direction. Okay, and then the same thing on this one here. So I want my dimensionals. Let's see, we're going to put one right there. We can put one right there. Actually, I'm going to get away with put one on the very bottom. Okay, and then a little bit of glue on this side. And then this one's going to go right over here. Okay, and then the same thing, I'm going to do my Wink of Stella. Now I'm not so worried about what's here because this one's going to cover over the middle of those, over the top of these two. So I'm going to do this, get a little bit more in that brush. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one here, and this is going to go over the middle. So I want to take two dimensionals, and I'm going to put them really close to where these hearts meet. Okay, just see where this is going to lay. Okay, and then the rest of this is going to get glue on it. Make sure that those dimensionals are covered up. Okay, and press that down. Let's see, did I? Yeah, I did. All right, and then let's take our Wink of Stella again, and let's get this last heart. Okay, so lots of sparkly hearts on here. All right, so we're done with the glue. Our greeting, we're going to put two dimensionals on here. And then let me bring in this twine again, or gold thread. And I'm going to do another bow. Scissors. Yeah, yeah, I'm just looking at the comments. I have, you know, there was another thing too that I saw that I've been wanting to do in a video, and the demonstrator, I don't want to botch up her last name. Her first name is Stacia. I think the last name's Bloodheart, I think. And she had done this one technique that I thought was really cool where she used, she got like a bottle of glycerin. She got like these little plastic bottles, not like this, but something that has like a flip top to it. So she takes a Wink of Stella, and what she'll do is she'll end up squeezing it to where she gets a few drops into that bottle, and then she'll fill that bottle maybe about halfway with the glycerin, and then she'll mix that all up, and then she puts some, like, say, on a block, and then she'll use one of those craft brushes, the ones that have the wooden sticks with the foam on it. So she picks some of that up and she just brushes it on the whole piece of cardstock, and then she'll do like her die cutting or whatever from that. So that's another idea as well. So any color cardstock, you can make it into to glimmer paper. I have the glycerin, and I did buy some Wink of Stellas, so I do have a bunch of Wink of Stellas. Okay, so I want to be sure to have this poke out on either end. Okay, and then let's get a glue dot. Oh, yeah, I didn't do a blue card. Okie dokie. All right. And then we're going to take this, and it's going to go in the middle. But before I do that, I want to place this down. I want to be able to see. Actually, I need this to be a little bit longer. Okay. And so let's see, this is going to go right there. So I want to stick that down like so. And I'll trim this down. Let's remove these. What do you mean I don't love you anymore? Because I didn't do a blue card? Well, I will say this. I think out of all the cards, this is the closest to blue you're going to get, because all the rest of them are pink and red. So just saying. Okay, and then this, I'm going to center this right on top like so. Make sure that's straight. Okay, and then let's bring in these hearts again. So we're just about done. And I'm going to take one of these large ones. We'll add that down here. And then let's see, one of our medium ones, we'll put that one up here. And then one of our little tiny ones, we're going to put that right over the O in love. Okay, so there is, get that out of the way, get everything out of the way. So there is the third card. So lots and lots of sparkle. Okay, let me bring in the other two cards. Oh, you like pink? Okay, okay. So here was our first one. I like the interest and, with the designer series paper and then these other elements. And of course, that gold die cut. And then we have our heart shape card. Again, to cut this out, it's an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock that's scored at 4 1/4. And I used the largest heart die that's in this set of dies. And when I line it up to die cut it, so I'm cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock, you want to bring this heart up just a little bit so you're not completely cutting at the very top. So that's how you have your fold, like so. I think Yvonne she was having dinner, I think, when I had done or explained that part. Okay, so there is our second card, and then here's our third one where this inspiration again came. If you go online and you look up the bundle, you will see that this is one of the samples. The only difference is they used, I think it was either basic beige or maybe it could be gray granite or it could have been smoky slate. It was a lighter color. And then this piece right here, they stamped off in that same ink color, the X's and O's. And then these hearts were, I think it was like Pretty Peacock and Cajun Craze and Wild Wheat and I think Pool Party and maybe Calypso Coral. So it was a nice color combination that they used on that as well. I mean, they used the same greeting and the same die, but again, those colors were, to me, they looked like they were more for fall. But this is kind of like our Valentine slash springy colored card. So I want to put those right there. And let's see, and I'm going to kind of tidy up a little bit here. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do the wheel of names to see who gets what card. How many people do we have on here? So if you haven't added your name to the spreadsheet that I have the link pinned up at the top of the chat box, if you can't access it, just say something in the comments and we can get you added. Right now, there's Froggy, Carol Weston, Terry, Tracy, and Sharon. Is there anybody else? Deborah? Okay. I got Deborah. Okay. Anybody else? So, like I mentioned at the beginning, I did get a pretty big stash of cards this week. Uh, let's see, Carol Weston, I got your card this week. Froggy, I got your card this week. Oh, I won't forget. They're sitting right. They're sitting right here. Ooh, this needs to get cleaned first. What am I doing? You can't put that back in there dirty. Now I probably got ink all over my fingers. Is there anybody else? Yvonne, do you want your name on there? So on the list, that birthday list, um, uh, what do you call it? Yeah, the next one is Yvonne's. And when's hers? Is that April 14th, I think? And then after her is Terry. She's on the 28th. And at that point, Terry's going to be here. So does anybody else need to be added to this list? Because right now, well, we got 6 people on this list right now. This just may be a night that all the cards may be given away. You know what? I think we're going to do that. It's a holiday. It's Valentine's Day. Why don't we do that? So we're going to do all 6 cards. So if anybody else needs to be added, here's your last chance. Okay. Where did Yvonne go? Where'd that woman run off to? Did Yvonne go off and go make some wings? Yvonne Newberry. Paging Yvonne Newberry, where you at? Yeah, I can't yell. She's not in the other room. Yeah, that's possible, Terry. That's quite possible. I just need to know if she wants her name added to this list or not. Food comatose? Nah, I don't think yet. I don't think she would have yet. Usually when she's here, we tend to not go to bed very early. It gets to the point that you go as long as you can, and then it's like, okay, I'm done. So it could end up being like 11, 11:30. Sometimes it could be a little bit later. Well, Yvonne, I don't know if she wants her name on here or not. Because sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't. Well, so everybody's going to get, so right now we have Froggy, Carol Weston, Terry, Tracy, Sharon, and Deborah. So we got 6 people. And if Yvonne don't come back here, she's just going to have to go and choose which one she would like. And I will just make an extra one. And I'll just take it and I'll put it in the drawer in the spare bedroom where she sleeps when she's here. Yeah, but if she's not here to where there she is. Yvonne, do you want to be on the list? Because right now we got 6. I'm going to give all these cards away, and it is not a problem for me to make a card number 7. And then that last person, whichever one they want, that's the one that I'll make an extra one of. So, Yvonne, your name's getting put on here, whether you like it or not. You can't argue with me. Okay. Froggy, Carol Weston, Terry, Tracy, Sharon, Deborah, and Yvonne. Y'all are going in the wheel of names. All right. So let me take these, let me move these up. Let me disconnect this. Oops, there goes my cord. Let me bring this on in. Let me move that out of the way so I don't get Winkastella all over my my laptop. Okay, move that out of the way. Let me go here. Well, I haven't started yet, honey. We're gonna start spinning now. So let me grab all my little sticky notes here. Deborah, which one would you like? Two? Okay. All right. Terry. Ooh, what one will Terry choose? Just refresh it, Vaughn. And then make sure it says live chat rather than top chat. Which one would you like, Terry? As we play that Jeopardy song, do 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 do. Where'd she go? Let's see. Where's she at? Terry, where you at? She said she liked pink too, so. You still there, Terry? Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Number one. Ooh, well, she did say she liked pink. Okie dokie. All right. Tracy. So which one do you want, Tracy? That's who I picked, right? Yep. 3. Okay. All right. Whoops, don't close that one. Don't want to close out our video. Froggy. Number 3, okay. Okay. We're almost there, and then I just pulled out the whole bin of all of the cards. Sharon. uh, wow, we're getting really personal on here. That's fun. Which card would you like, Sharon? So right now I have, there's 1 and 2 here, and I think what I'll do is whoever the last person there is, they'll get to choose one of the 3 cards. That'll be the extra one. So right now we got card 1 and card 2. Two. Okay. And we'll move this out of the way. All right, so now card number 1, this one's between Yvonne. Yvonne's got card number 1. So Carol, which one would you like? Would you like number 2, which, let me put this one, put that in there. Would you like number 3? Or would you like number 1? So you can choose from either one of those, Carol. Number 3? Oh, Carol, that is so sweet of you. Oh, I will do that. That is so sweet. Oh, that just touched me so much. Okay, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. But that was so sweet. Thank you so much, Carol. That's very, very sweet. All of you, every one of you are really sweet. You know what, Andrea, did Andrea like pop off? You know, just, I have like sticky notes with everybody's name on it from the past few times. I came across one with her name. Oh, that's very sweet. All you guys are so sweet and wonderful. I'm so glad that you're here with me. You come on here with me on Friday nights. All right. Now she'd be in bed watching it on TV. All right, so let me clear this out. And let me kind of get my stuff plugged in because, like I said, there's a whole bunch of cards. Where's the plug? There's a whole bunch of cards that came in this week. Let me get my plug, just get everything plugged in. We don't want anything dying before we are done. So let me clear that out. Okay, we'll close this. Okay. Let me clear that out. All right, so we're back. All right. All right. Yeah, I just saw that comment from Tracy about this book, The Gas We Pass. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I know Terry's going to check. I should probably end up buying it. All right, so everyone, all of this is what came this week. So lots of cards, and of course, this is what I showed last week, and you can see which ones are up in the front there. That really pretty cards. So we got a few that came from Canada. So this one happens to come from another Carla. She's up in Alberta, Canada. So she used one of those tear off calendars, and she actually used that on the front of the card, and then she stamped like the little circle over the actual day. So really cute. And this paper, yeah, this was a celebration offering a few years ago. I got a few packs of that. Okay. Oh, Yvonne, would that be after a few drinks? That would be hilarious. Okay, so then here's another one. Really cute. I love the little coffee cups. This came from Susan. So a lot of these came from that Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. And actually, I have a card in here that's from Dina as well. So this one is one of those bookbinding cards. This one comes from, yeah, where is it? Okay, she wrote it. Some people don't sign it. This came from Carrie. Some, they don't sign it, so that way you can reuse the card. Now this one, hold on. No, no, I'm thinking of another one. So this is that new suite of products that's in the mini catalog that has all this yellow in it. This is one that I wanna. Hello, Sandy. Oh, Sandy. Ooh, you're on here. Um, you hold on. I think I chose. Hold on a second. Last week, yes, last week we had okay, so last week we did that heart-shaped bundle, that really cute celebration set. So everybody got a card from that video. So you get to choose one of the 3 cards that I had made from last week. Offhand, I don't have any of them right here, but if you look at the video or the picture from the video from last week, if you could send me an email with your mailing address, the email, if you click on the more in the description, my email address is in there. Let me know which card you would like, and I will get one out in the mail. My plan is to get all these cards mailed out on Sunday. All right. Yeah, I did the card. I don't have any of the sample cards here, so yeah, and to bring the picture up, I don't have anything printed out with it. So yeah, choose one of those cards. Let me know which one, and I will get one out to you. So this suite of product, this is I can't remember names. If I don't have it, I'm not going to remember the names of it. But I really do like this suite, and this is definitely one on my list that I would like to get. This comes from Beverly. She's another one that's part of that Sending Sunshine and Rainbows. This is a really pretty card. I think this is the paper that was part of that, what was it, that Blooms. That's the one that was bundled with the oval punch. I have that paper and I have the stamp set and everything. I even have these embellishments. These actually carried over are in the annual catalog, but I really like this card. This came from Lisa. Really pretty. This one is a really cool fold. This comes from Catherine. So she took designer series paper and she used a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock, and then some of the designer series paper. She added some scores and it opens like that. So that's a really cool fun fold. I should end up doing a video with that card. Now this is the one I was mentioning earlier. So this comes from Catherine Brown. She's up in Canada. So this card here is the card that she actually went and sent last year, last February, but I think it was back in September or October. It came back to her because she had it addressed to the P.O. box, but I had since got rid of the P.O. box. So this was the card that she sent from last year, and she said that she goes, I cannot believe that your birthday card was returned to me 9 months later. So it was a little bit later than October. I hope this new one brightens your day. We are celebrating extended birthday wishes. So this is really, really pretty. I like this one. And it's yeah, this is not a Stampin' Up embossing folder, or was it? I think it was stamped and then it was heat embossed, but I really like that. That's really pretty. So that was last year's card. This is this year's card. So this is the bundle that I used last Friday. So I got another card in here where they used this die as well. So this was Catherine's other card. But I like that. That's really pretty. And I think this is that that something adorned or whatever, the DSP that we had last year. Then we have this card. This comes from Denise. So paper that was a celebration paper from last year. I have it. Have I cut into it? Nope, have not. So it's going to have to go for one of my throwbacks. Let me bring these lights in now that I don't have the laptop so you can see these cards better. And then this one, I remember this paper. It's from a few years ago. And this is from Sally. So if you like the green, this is all about the green. And then we got this one here. I did do a video using this stamp set. This is from Debbie in Virginia. Now this one, this die, I don't think this is Stampin' Up, but I think this is like really cute, like the die cut glass. And then of course this holographic paper that she used. Well, I don't know, did she do? See, I don't know if that's the way it comes or if she has a die that does that, but you can see there's like there's little stars in there. So that's really pretty. Yeah, this came from Brenda. She's with the group as well. This was a paper pumpkin kit. I think a couple of months ago I did do a video on this one. This one comes from Pamela. Where is she? She's in Gainesville, Florida. So very pretty. This one, all about the pink, and then using, I think this is, it's not hand pen, but it was, I think, a celebration paper. This one is from Shelley. So the pink and the black. This is the card. Man, if I would have saw this card, I probably would have done this card last Friday, but use that designer series paper that we used last week, and then she die cut that heart out of the gold foil. And this I think is that it was that Melon Mambo ribbon that was part of, I think, what was it called? Everything is Rosy kit. That's what it looks like. But yeah, kind of like a fun fold. This comes from Mary. And this may have been part of like the Memories and More card kits, I think. This one comes from Julie. So I love all those colors. Then this one comes from Connie. So the little tea set, and there's that paper again from last year's celebration. Even did it on the inside. And then this one's a fun fold. This one comes from Gwen. And this is that paper that was part of that, was it Regal Winter? And then she had taken some Wink Stella and she colored over those leaves. It's a pretty card. And it's textured. Yeah, that's definitely not a Stampin' Up cardstock, but it's pretty. It's got a nice texture to it. Hello, Becky. All right. This one is from Jennifer. So she had used that that lavender paper that carried over from last year. So on this card, she just tore the edge of it. I have the paper, I just haven't used it yet. And I still haven't gotten these little purple embellishments either. I'm kind of behind. Here's another card using that paper that we used last week. This is that Blooming Impressions paper. That's the celebration offering. This comes from another Beverly. This one is from Dina, the Creativity Cave. She's the one that started the Sending Sunshine and Rainbows group. So it's open to anybody. So if you're on Facebook, uh, you can join that group. What they do is they do random acts of kindness cards. You can include your birthday and your address. So then when your birthday comes, everybody sends you cards. This is where all the majority of all these cards is where it comes from. You can even nominate people, to get a card. Maybe, like if if they're sick or things have happened or they're down or whatever it may be, you can nominate somebody and then people can send them cards to cheer them up. So this one came from Dina. This one comes from our very own Froggy. Pretty, pretty, pretty Froggy. Thank you. Pretty, pretty. And this one is from Carol Weston. She used that paper too. I really do like that, all that yellow. And then this flower is from that zinnia bundle that I think now, I don't know if it's still available or not, but I think everything that was in this whole suite is on the last chance list. So very pretty. Thank you, Carol. Now this card, okay, I gotta say about this card. I think this card is absolutely amazing. This card comes to me from my pastor's wife, Amanda, but look who made it. This was okay. So what I do for her birthday, I give her a whole stack of cards and she'll use it. So she gets birthday cards and she tends to give me a birthday card of one of the cards that I made. So some people think, I mean, okay, with everybody here, how would you feel if, if say if you had given somebody like, a stack of cards, how would you feel about getting one of your cards back, like say for your birthday or something? Some people, they think that it's weird that they would do that. Honestly, I love it because one, I think it's an awesome card. I know what went into making this card, so I love it. So yeah, I think she may be down on her stash of cards, and Lord knows I have plenty of them. So this was yeah, this was the birthday card that yeah, I always wonder, it's like when I get one of these cards, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I made that. But this was a while ago because back in July of 23 is when I changed the name from Inspire Creations to Blue City Stampin' Studio. And the reason why is because my thought and was going to go into doing the videos. And if you look on YouTube and you do a search of Inspire Creations, there were just way too many channels with that name. So I needed to come up with something a little bit more original. So this card, it's not a handmade card. This card came from my sister and she had something that I didn't even realize. Now, I made mention about my mom. So my mom had passed away in July of 2016. And so there were some things that she ended up getting. And this is something she came across it and I never saw it before, but she asked me if I wanted it. And of course, I was going to say, yeah. Um, just a little bit, if you don't know, my mom absolutely loved Elvis. Loved Elvis. She was probably in her glory knowing that her daughter was born 4 days after his daughter. But what she had found was this handkerchief, and it's got Elvis on it. So it's got records with his signature on it. It's Hound Dog, Mystery Trains, Blue Moon, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Tutti Frutti. Um, I'm left, you're right, she's gone. Was that the one I was? I was the one. I was the one. And then of course then there's the image. I never saw this before. So I thought, oh yeah, I said hound dog. So yeah, I thought this was kind of neat. This came in the mail today, so yeah, I thought that I got to figure out what I want to do with this. I mean, if I try cleaning it, kind of washing it by hand and letting it air dry, I don't know if, because it's stained a little bit, or it's discolored a little bit, but I don't know what would happen to it. I don't know if all this color will come out or not, but yeah, I thought this was really cool. So I got to figure out what to do with that. Yeah, there is stuff. So my mom had a few things that she had that were Elvis that she wasn't really going to really do anything with it. So she sent it to me. Now, here's what's kind of, well, crazy, interesting, whatever. Um, so there was this box that had some things in it. So there was like an Elvis wallet. There was a little bag. As a matter of fact, this is the little bag right here. So if I was going to Graceland, I had this little black and white bag. And so that box ended up showing up. Well, she mailed it out and I got it in the mail like a few days after she had passed away. So, yeah, it was kind of an emotional thing when that box had shown up, but yeah, she collected a lot of Elvis stuff, and of course, I got my diamond painting over there that I've done, but yeah, so yeah. So yeah, yeah, that's true. Or just even like in a frame or something. I'll figure out something with it. It won't get like shoved in in a drawer or anything. But so that's all that I have for tonight. We've gone almost 2.5 hours. Yeah, my mom literally bought every single DVD of all of his movies. And she, after my dad had passed away in 2011, she figured that she was going to watch every one of those videos. So, yeah, uh, I don't know if we still got all those videos. My brother, and because she was living close to him, uh, I don't know I don't know if he still has them or not, but I know that there's a lot of Elvis stuff that she had that is supposed to be sent to me. I just don't know when. So with that, again, uh, Sandy. So because I had picked you last Friday, again, the heart-shaped bundle. Uh, this was the bundle that I had used last Friday. So take a peek at the cards that I made in that video, and then send me an email. Let me know which card, one, two, or three, or if you want to describe the card, whichever, it doesn't matter. Include like your mailing address, and if you can do that maybe tonight or tomorrow. Actually, Sunday, I'm looking to drop all the cards off in the mail, and I'll get your card out in the mail as well. Let's see what's coming up. So, uh, yeah, next Thursday, by the way, Stephanie, yeah, it's her birthday on the 20th. And so on that day is my Throwback Thursday. I'll be doing the birthday bonanza suite. That's the one that's got it's got a lion, a koala, and a toucan in it. So it was a whole suite of products. So I will be doing that on her birthday. Next Friday, I'm going to be doing the Labeled with Love. Labeled with Love is where is punch? It's this bundle right here. This is what I'm going to be using next Friday. This is in the annual catalog. I've had this for a while. I just hadn't done anything with it yet. So we'll be doing that next Friday. Um, then the Thursday, the 27th, I'll be doing By the Dock bundle. That's the one that's got the little frog stamp and the die in it. And then at the end of the month, I'll be doing the Lily Pond Lane Suite that also has a frog in it. You know, a little ode to Froggy for her birthday. That's this month. So we're going to bring in the frogs at the near the end of the month. Um, and that's what I got for February. I still got to figure out March. So uh, if you like the video, please give the video a thumbs up. um, like, share, comment. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. um, it helps in not only growing the channel, but um, it also helps me in building my Stampin' Up! Business. Also hit the little notification bell, because that will let you know when I post videos, which typically would be Thursday, and then when I do my paper pumpkin kit, and then also when I go live on Friday nights. Also, I do have a monthly newsletter, so if you would like to receive that, I think most of you that are on here right now, I think you are subscribed to it. There's a link to that in the description. It lets you know what Stampin' Up! Has going on, what I have going on. And one of the things I do put in there, there is a list of the schedule of all the products that I am using in my videos. So if you would like that, if you go in the description, there's a link. If you click on that, it'll ask for your name and email address, and then you're on the list when I go to send it out. So with that, that's all I have tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Happy Valentine's Day. For those of you, I mean, we got some crazy weather that's going on. Up north, we got, all that snow and ice and cold going on. Down here, tomorrow, we're supposed to be getting severe weather. So pray that that bad weather holds up until, like later in the afternoon, because tomorrow morning, I do need to be there for Stephanie, and I don't really care for driving in nasty weather. They even have us in, like, they're talking about tornadoes, straight line winds, and all that kind of stuff. So I got some things to plug in to make sure that they're charged up fully in preparation for tomorrow. So stay dry, stay safe, everybody. And I will see you in the next one. So everyone have a blessed one. Nighty night. Bye bye.